Hello students, hope you are doing well. So today we are going to discuss through a poem that what goes on the mind of a bird. Have you ever imagined that um, in a bird's mind, what is actually going on? In this poem, we will be thinking as of the point of view of a bird. This poem is actually dealing with a bird's emotion and thoughts. That how that bird is learning about this world. How from the very beginning, when it born, till how it is growing, it is exploring things around it. We will be exploring that. My name is Janvi. I am your English teacher. Welcome to Minshi Academy. Let us start today's topic from your English textbook, Purvi, What a Bird Thought. Let's start. So, firstly, we will start discussing the very detailed line by line explanation. Before starting that, like we are understanding today that what goes on in the mind of a bird. So next time, whenever you see a bird, remember that this creature is just not singing and flying. Okay, this poem actually reminds us to slow down in life and actually learn from the very processes happening around us randomly, just like the bird does. Okay, so here in this poem, there is the appreciation of nature, how the bird is learning new things and how it is appreciating. So this poem is dealing with that. Now let us start our point-wise discussion as per how the lines are inculcated. So I lived first in a little house and lived there very well. I thought the world was small and round and made of pale blue shells. So basically, from the perspective of a bird, it thought that a little house, okay, at first it thought a little house that is made up of a pale blue shell. Pale means very dim and blue shell, just like the egg. Okay, so it firstly thought that the world only revolves around that much. So few word stalks are there that lived, that means resided in the egg. Then thought means imagined the world only to be limited over that sphere. Pale means the dim shade, the bluish pale blue, dim shade of blue, and shell, that covering where it resided. Okay, next we had the lines which states that I lived next in a little nest, nor needed any other. I thought the world was made of straw and nestled by my mother. Okay, so how you can imagine a bird? Okay, a little baby bird. Yes, to be nurtured by its mom, right? So the bird thought that I lived next after it resided under the shell, okay, inside the shell. So after that, it lived in a little nest, and it needed nothing. So that means it did not require anything else rather than that sphere, and it believed that the world was made of that straws and nestled by its mother. Okay, so we know that birds, they reside on nests. So that is made up of straws, like tiny twigs and all. So the mother makes that, she builds that nest, and that is fully nurtured by her mother. So uh, that baby bird thought that everything revolves around its mother, and the world is made up of that straws and everything. You can see this picture, how cute it is, right? How cute the very connection of a baby and mom. So here are some word meanings. You can see made means built, straw, the dry grasses, basically the twigs or dry grasses. Nestle means snuggled, that is made up of like. Then comes the other part of the poem that states that one day I fluttered from my nest to see what I could find. I said, the world is made of leaves. I have been very blind. Okay. So now, one day to explore at least what happened, that the bird just flew. Okay, fluttered means it flew from its nest to see what it could find. Okay. So nextly, what comes that I said, the world is made of leaves. I have been very blind. Like he was completely unaware that how the world is actually. It thought that the world is almost made with leaves only, nothing else. Okay, it had no idea that how vast the nature is. So next, in the next lines, it states that at length I flew beyond the tree, quite fit for grown up labors. I don't know how the world is made, and neither do my neighbors. Okay, so it states that at length I flew beyond the trees. He flew even more higher, even beyond the trees. Okay, and it also states that uh, quite fit for grown up labors. Okay, that means it was ready, okay, uh, to state itself. That bird is ready to state itself as an adult. Okay, and he could labor, that means he could do the adult tasks as well. That means uh, you can compare it, this very story, with the life cycle of a bird even. Okay, because firstly it comes out from the shell, from the egg. So it thought that the world revolves around one shell, which is pale blue color. Then it thought that the nest, which is nurtured by the mother, and everything is revolving around that nest made by that straws and nurtured by its mom. Okay, so then after that, it thought when it grew a little up more, so it thought that the world is made up of leaves only. Then when it fluttered, that means it flew away, then it explored the world even beyond the trees. So it found everything even more beautiful. Okay, so that means when it grew up, when you can say that the bird is now adult, so he could, what it says, as that is at length I flew beyond the tree, quite fit. Okay, means quite ready for grown up labors, that means for adult tasks to do. Okay, it is ready completely, and it is totally has grown up, that it could do even more tasks. So eventually how the bird grew up, this story revolves around this. Okay, So nextly, it states, I don't know how the world is made and neither do my neighbors. Okay, so basically it did not know. Okay, it did not know that how the world is made, and neither do my neighbors. Neighbors mean the people nearby, like these birds. You can see these birds, okay, like this bird's friend, okay, they even also didn't know, because they are of the same age in aspect of that for the birds group. Okay, so what is the moral message? What is the moral message of this very poem is that the poem teaches us that life is a journey of learning as we grow. We discover new experiences and truths about the world, and it reminds us that curiosity and exploration are part of growing up. So, the more you are getting older, that you are exploring even more. Okay, like if now you are studying, for example, in class 6, so later on you are growing even more, like you will be promoted to class 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So then you pass the school. So what will happen then? You will have gained a lot of experience, okay, regarding studies, regarding life, regarding your maturity level. You will be getting even more smarter and even more confident, okay, just due to overcoming your fears and even performing even more. Okay, so these are the few criteria that life throws at us, and we just get a chance to prove ourselves to ourselves only, and to be even better. So through this bird, think yourself to be that bird who is exploring the life. Okay, you are human and you are exploring the opportunities, the goods and bads, everything. So this poem is symbolical for the exploring kind of thing, in aspects of uh, you know present living of life, how you are dealing with the situations, like before, how you used to be, your every milestones you are achieving, and then you are learning something new, you are taking from that process. Okay, your growth is happening from there, mentally, physically, both. So this story of this poem is very symbolical because it has a lot of philosophy within. So hope you have enjoyed the storyline of this poem and you understood the inner essence of this poem. We'll meet you again on some other video. Until then, bye and thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.